Hello, Blackhawks Nation. Welcome to the Blackhawks Daily, your favorite recap of the daily buzz around your Chicago Blackhawks. I'm your host, PJ. Thank you for tuning in as we uplift, support, and celebrate our beloved Blackhawks jumping into their centennial season. It's been a fun one so far, for sure. If you're new, welcome. And if you haven't already, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot, obviously. And would love to have you along on this awesome and growing community. Be a part of it. And thanks for being a part of, cheering on the Hawks, right? We got our top 4 topics of the day, so let's dive in, shall we? So, did you see the game last night? Lord knows there's been a lot of things going on that are distracting, right? You got this very riveting World Series going on. Actually, it's pretty amazing. And then, of course, we got the Bears, we got the Bulls off to a great start. All kinds of stuff going on. But last night, Hawks showed up finally, right? At home, absolute decimation of the Ottawa Senators, but not without a catch, right? So let's talk about that. There's some great stuff that happened last night, clearly, and some stuff that was kind of maddening. But anyway, we have a crap ton of milestones that happened last night. Connor Bedard absolutely let his hands go, right? He finally got his first NHL hat trick. He not only scored his first NHL hat trick, he finished with 4 points on the night, right? Awesome for Bedard. It was also his 50th goal. So another milestone. Ryan Donato ticked one off the list. He reached his 100th point as a Blackhawk last night, which is awesome. Nick Foligno, our captain, also hit a career milestone. It featured him getting his 600th NHL point. And shout out to Sam Lafferty, who logged his 100th game as a Hawk, which was awesome. Now, he was in last night. Mikheyev wasn't, unfortunately, but I think he got slotted in. It was his 3rd game of the year. He's been a healthy scratch most of the year, but at least he came in and he was there, right? So a win, it isn't just a win, right? It was a night data with some big personal landmarks and team momentum. So we got our 3 studs. We got Connor Bedard. His hat trick was the headline, obviously. But beyond that, he showed poise, finishing chances, helped drive the offense when the team needed it. Ryan Donato continuing his hot start. And this milestone isn't just symbolic, it reflects the way he's delivering in a new way for Chicago. And then, of course, Nick Foligno. His impact isn't just about points, but leadership. Reaching 600 NHL points gives him even more credibility as the veteran guiding this young core. I'll add a 4th, Crevier. Fantastic game by that kid. Every night, he's bringing it, right? I think he's one of the unsung heroes on the back line, so he's doing great. 3 things we got to work on. Speaking of D-line, defensive consistency. Now, while scoring 7 goals obviously is awesome, right? I'm thrilled about it. Allowing 3 to Ottawa in such quick succession, it just means that we got some work on tightening up, especially against a team where we're already set to dominate, right? We were 4-0. Oh, sorry, I got to turn off my ringer there. We were 4-0, and we let them back in, which is just kind of nuts. Let's talk about special teams discipline. In games where you score big, the temptation is to let momentum carry you, but penalties, looking at you, Rinzel, lapses in coverage and allowing the opponent back in can absolutely kill that vibe. Spotlight on depth and rotation. With all these big performances up front, there's still room for the 4th line defensive pairs to step up, sustain the pace game after game. The stars are shining for sure. Now the supporting cast got to keep up pace. And I'm going to add a 4th on this one as well. The frickin' second period. I don't know what's going on. I think we have first period locked down. We've been hot out the gates, which has been amazing to see, and it's great. And then we just, I don't know, take a bunch of Dramamine. I don't know what's going on second period for us this season, but really not holding our own. Thank goodness last night, 3rd period, we showed up, right? I didn't want this to be another LA Kings debacle. We showed up in the 3rd period and really closed the door on them, which was great to see. So Absolute team effort. This game checked a lot of boxes. The Blackhawks showed offensive firepower. We celebrated some meaningful milestones, obviously, and built confidence. But it wasn't flawless. This type of win is fun, but it also acts as a reminder to keep climbing. You got to clean up the edges. The youth are rising. The leadership is validating itself. And on this night, Chicago reminded the entirety of the NHL they're no longer just going through the motions. They're competing. And if you're Hawks fans, let's sit back for a minute. Let's enjoy this night. But we've got to keep our eye on the grind, because if this win means anything, it's that good things are happening, but there are better things ahead, which I am definitely looking forward to. And let's take a look at, real quick, the box score, because, we like to do that here. So we had 7 goals to their 3. Awesome. 26 shots to their 24. Not, again, I'm still hoping for that 30 shot lever or milestone, but 26, I'm not going to complain, especially when they're meaningful shots, us, aka scoring goals. 15 block shots to their 17 block shots. 34 hits to 32. On paper, this was already going to be a tight game, and it was. Very evenly matched. Except for they won 36 faceoffs. We only won 28. So there's something to fix. On power play, we were 1 for 1, which is awesome. And a penalty kill, we gave them 4 chances, shut them out, which is amazing, right? I just wish we didn't give them 4 chances. But that's something to clean up. Penalty minutes, we had 22 to their 16. So there's the box score for last night. Great game. I hope you guys were able to partake in it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, please. Moving on from there, we have someone to talk about, someone I've talked about quite a bit. And now he's making us talk about him, Nick Lardis, right? He's one of the hottest names in the Blackhawks system right now. Kanserov is destroying things in the KHL, which is fantastic, but Lardis is right here, right out in Rockford, and he's rolling, right? The 20-year-old winger is making a ton of noise in Rockford. It's starting to feel like it's starting to feel less like if he'll make his NHL debut this year, but more like when, right? Lardis has come flying out of the gate for the Rockford Ice Hogs in his first full AHL season. Through his first 8 games, he's already racked up 12 points, puts him at the AHL lead with 4 goals and 8 assists. That includes a 2-goal, 1-assist game yesterday on the 28th against the Chicago Wolves. This is coming off a monster year with the Brantford Bulldogs in the OHL, where he put up 71 goals and 117 points in just 65 games. Those numbers turned heads all around hockey world, but the big question was whether his game could translate to the pros. And so far, he's answering that with a pretty emphatic yes. What's interesting is about how he's doing it. Only one of his goals this season has come from a power play, and he's currently tied for second in the entire AHL in assists. And that's a shift from his OHL days, where he was just pure volume scorer, right, and shooter. He took nearly 376 shots last season, almost 6 per game. In Rockford, he's just taken 21 shots through 8 games, showing that he's adapting and evolving his playmaking style to fit the pro game. So is he NHL ready? The Blackhawks have been clear about their philosophy with prospects. They'll bring them up when they've shown consistency and readiness. Frank Nazar, Landon Slaggert earned their call-ups last year that way. Right now, Lardis is basically checking every box, right? He's had points in 6 of 8 games. He's had 3 multi-point nights. And he's sitting at a pretty, actually not even pretty, very impressive plus 11 rating. That kind of steady, reliable production is exactly what gets management's attention. And let's be real, when you're forcing conversation about your NHL readiness before Halloween, that is saying something. So where would he fit? And this is kind of where it gets tricky. Blashill, as we talked about, has been rolling with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen most nights. So there isn't a natural open slot. But as the Hawks hit the road for a 6-game, 11-day trip, there's a real chance that someone like Lardis gets the call, especially if Mikheyev is still working back from injury, right? And we mentioned that he was out last night, so hopefully he comes back soon. But if he's still nursing the injury, maybe Lardis. And if he does get the nod, it wouldn't be just to sit in the press box. If the Hawks bring him on the road, he'll be there to play. And right now, it feels like he's earned that look. So he's done everything that you can ask a prospect of at this stage. He's producing, he's adapting, and most importantly, he's forcing the organization to pay attention. And whether it's this road trip or a few weeks down the line, don't be surprised if we see him skating at the UC soon. This kid looks NHL ready, and his confidence is sky high. So what do you guys think? Is he going to get the call up soon, or do you want to keep him marinating in Rockford for a little bit longer? Let me know your thoughts. Get them in the comments. You guys are wonderful with that, so looking forward to it. Just remember, Nick Lardis, remember his name, right? He's coming on fast. It's going to be fun, so can't wait to get him here. All righty, so we've talked a good bit about how important Spencer Knight and, of course, as a 1B, Arvid Soderblom have been for our early momentum this year. Thought I'd take a moment to kind of like pause, remember the legacy that they're trying to be a part of, right? And I kind of got this idea because Brandon Sher-Cohen of the Hockey Writers put out a very cool thing. So let's take a real quick, fun trip down memory lane and talk about the top 3 all-time goaltenders in Chicago Blackhawks history. So been around 100 years, right? This is our 100th season. A century of hockey means there's a ton of great names have worn the pads in Chicago, but only a few have truly defined eras of success. So let's dive into the best of the best. Coming in at number 3, someone that we're all very familiar with, Corey Crawford. Corey Crawford is one of those, and of course, I will say honorable mention out to Eddie the Eagle, but Corey Crawford comes in at number 3. He's one of those goalies who doesn't always get the universal love that he deserves, but make no mistake, he's one of the greatest to have ever done it wearing the Hawk sweater. Across 488 games in Chicago, Crow posted a 2.45 goals against average and a .91 save percentage, leading the team to 2 Stanley Cups in 2013 and 15, and taking home 2 Jennings trophies for the league's lowest goals against. He wasn't flashy, but he was calm, composed, and rock solid when it mattered most. His best run came in the 2013 playoffs, where he went 16-7 with a 1.84 goals against and a .932 save percentage, outdueling some of the very best in the game. For a franchise that built its dynasty on consistency and clutch moments, Crawford was the backbone of those championship teams. Absolutely was. He was rock solid. Coming at number 2, Tony Esposito. He was a heartbeat of the Blackhawks for 15 seasons, one of the most iconic goalies in NHL history. From the moment he arrived in 1969, like in the last century, he changed the game literally. As a rookie, Esposito went 38-17-8 with a 2.17 goals against and a record-setting 15 shutouts, earning both the Calder Trophy as Rookie of the Year and the Vezina Trophy as the NHL's top goalie. He'd go on to win 3 Vezinas, finish top 10 in the Hart Trophy voting 8 times, and make 873 appearances for the Hawks. He never got that Stanley Cup playing for us, but what he gave the franchise was stability, star power, and a goalie the entire league respected. Esposito's combination of durability, athleticism, and personality made him a true legend. And the top goalie, of course, Glenn Hall. No debate, Mr. Goalie, right? Hall was the definition of reliability. From 1955 to 1962, he started an unthinkable 502 consecutive games, a record that will never be touched, not in this modern era. During his 10 seasons in Chicago, he played 618 games, won 275, posted a 2.6 goals against average with 84 career shutouts. It's 4th all time. Hall backstopped the Hawks to the 1961 Stanley Cup, won the Vezina Trophy 3 times, and even earned a Conn Smythe Trophy in '68, despite being on the losing team of the final, or in the final, a near impossible feat. His calm, butterfly-style play changed how goaltending was taught forever. Quite simply, Glenn Hall is the standard every Blackhawks goalie has been measured against since. So there you have it. You got Glenn Hall, Tony O, Corey Crawford, 3 legends who defined their own generation of Blackhawks hockey. From Hall's Iron Man streak to Tony O's style and swagger to Crow's clutch calmness under pressure, these are the men who turned goaltending into an art form in Chicago. Who's your pick for the greatest goalie ever for the Hawks? Let me know. Do you guys agree with this? Should Belfour have been pumped into the top 3? I don't know. Crawford was really strong, right? And I don't know. Maybe one day we'll be talking about Spencer Knight in this group. Could be. Stranger things have happened, but I think we're in good stead right now. All right, so let's get to the comments really fast. We got Lester 7L. He said 701, the commander, repeat offender. He says, "Hi PJ, hope you're having a great day. Yeah, new furnace, right on. Yeah, thank you. It makes a difference." As you stated, we have great goaltending and great goaltending coach. I hope the injuries will not be a problem this season. Yeah, your words to God's ears, buddy. The Blackhawks have seen go into a trance during the second period of that LA game. Yeah, they do. Our second periods have kind of been our stumbling block this whole season, bud. So hopefully that's something that we get tightened up. Everything else seems to be getting tightened up. I'm hopeful that second period also gets focused on as well. Yeah, I hope it's out of the system. Have a blessed good day. Go Blackhawks. Absolutely. And then Lester talked about Bedard. Why did he pass when he had an empty net, right? Don't be all loving. Pass shoot it. You got the opportunity to shoot the puck, right? And then we had a comment from L. Ron Hubbard 1, who I believe is a new contributor, and he mentioned that it was maddening, right? That Bedard's got to realize and accept the best possible play at all times is him shooting the damn puck, which is true. And Lester then pointed out, yeah, and last night's game, maybe he's finally got the gist, right? So it's awesome to see Bedard shooting the puck more. It's awesome to see the Hawks on a roll. We got a game we're going to talk about tomorrow. We got a game coming up Thursday night. It's going to have a lot of implications for us, more on the heart than anything else. But also it's a division rival, right? So it's going to be interesting to talk about. I will be looking forward to going over that with you guys. But that's a wrap for today, Blackhawks Nation. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like and subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support and for sharing about the channel to all your friends and all your family and neighbors. Get them all in here, right? The more the merrier. If you made a comment, thank you for sharing your thoughts, your expertise, and passion about the Hawks with us all. And if you're a repeat offender in the comment section, thank you so much for your contributions. Absolutely an honor building this community with you. Truly, just love it. Makes my every day. And thanks to you all as we celebrate the very best team in hockey with the absolute best fans in all of sports in the greatest city this world has ever known, and that is Chi-Town. That does it for now. I'm PJ, and I will see you next time on the Blackhawks Daily.